Here's 3rd and 3. Easily picking up the first down. Look at the way the line dominated that play. First down, first snap of the second half for Minnesota. And look at this. More of the same. First down. Now, they come after him again.
Oh, Jim.
Curse.
1 or 2 games a year they win on special teams, don't they?
They do. Belichick's background. 3rd and 20 and give him another sack.
So first off, who do we blame?
Didn't coach well enough.
You lose 40-3 at home, and it wasn't that close. If the Cowboys hadn't called off the Dogs, it would have ended 51-3, I think. And that's like a 98 Vikings against the Jaguars type score, where you're just so inferior to the other team that you don't even belong in the same league. How does this happen? Number one, coaching.
Didn't coach well enough.
There is no question that one team was way better prepared. There's no question that one team took advantage of the other team's weaknesses. There's no question that one team came in with a plan to attack, to make a statement. And one team came in with no plan, apparently. Whatever plan Jerry O'Connell had, he didn't adjust at all. And I would say we've seen this all year. If you switch the coaching staffs and kept the players the same, I wouldn't be surprised if the Vikings had won. The coaching, the preparation was so bad. And all this positivity and positive culture, well, here's where it gets you. The guys putting chains on Kirk on the plane ride back from whatever the latest road win is. And then they think they can just walk in to a home game against Dallas and coast to victory. And you're so used to coming from behind, we'll just sleepwalk through the first 3 quarters, and then we'll have that magical comeback again. Well, when you're down by 34 at the start of the 4th quarter, or however much they were down by, you're not coming back. And you don't want to be too hard on the Vikings. They're 8-2. And if they can beat the Patriots on Thursday, it I think erases some of this. I'm just not seeing a lot out of Jerry O'Connell. This scheme, there is no way, even with Darasaw out, the talent on that offensive line is that bad. Now, granted, Ingram probably is that bad. And replacement left tackle, don't know his name, not going to look it up. He may be pretty awful too, but okay, you can't block them. So where are the tight ends that are helping out the tackles? Where's CJ Ham coming in to help block? Where is the extra protection? I missed the first quarter because, of course, my frickin' ex-wife schedules we went to a play. She thinks we're still married or something. But I only saw the last 3 quarters, and I swear, every single pass play for the Vikings, there were at least 2 Cowboys who were completely unblocked. Say all you want about Cousins. There's not one quarterback in the NFL who could have handled that. Maybe someone like Lamar Jackson could have just run and run and run and run. But that's what you need. You need like the most mobile quarterback in NFL history. You gotta do something to shore up that line. But even at that, how can they be so bad that just guys are completely unblocked? They never even touch the guys. It's terrible coaching. Horrible coaching. So Cousins had no chance. And then the defense. I mean, what in the heck? Patrick Peterson. I think I could outrun this guy. That play along the sideline. There's nothing the Cowboys did there that warranted that touch. It's just nobody went after the guy. They just let him run right into the end zone. And then there was that long touchdown that Cowboys backup, is it Pollard? Against 58. Don't remember his name, not going to look it up. It reminded me of that Cooper Kupp touchdown against the Vikings when they had Anthony Barr matched up on Cooper Kupp. That was back in 2018, Cousins' first year. Where it's just like, how hard is it to take advantage of our stupid defense? It's so easy. And why is it we can never take advantage of their defense? Why do we never outcoach the other team? Why are we always outcoached? Why are we always out-efforted? Why are we always outsmarted? But we certainly were dominated, like physically. Like the defensive line of the Cowboys dominated us. The offensive line, I mean, literally, I watched the last 3 quarters. I didn't see us get pressure on Dak Prescott once. Not once. And not once did I see Cousins not get pressured. I mean, it's unbelievable. Pathetic. That's where games are won. That's where big games are won, in the trenches. We got nothing. No heart. And we've been seeing this all year with this defense. Breakdowns and stuff. And just the passive prevent, like the prevent. We just play a prevent all game. And this is where it leads. I don't see it with Jerry O'Connell. I look at it, we're 8-2, but most of those wins are because the defense made a couple big plays late in the game and the offense made some big plays at the end. Most of this year has been, we have a good opening drive, then we do nothing for like 3 quarters, and then we turn it on at the end. It's not a well-coached team there. So, I mean, it's almost impossible for us to miss the playoffs, but it really seems like we got big problems when you get manhandled the way we got manhandled. But hey, if we beat the Patriots on Thanksgiving night, we'll feel a lot better. And the Patriots scored, 3 points before that kickoff return touchdown at the end that won the game against the Jets? 3 points. But that Patriots offense that scored 3 points, if they had played this Vikings defense that played against the Cowboys, they would have scored 30-plus minimum. So we will give up 30-plus points to a pathetic, putrid offense if we bring that same effort on Thursday night. And we're going against Bill Belichick, who just knows exactly how to take advantage of our weaknesses. So I'm a little worried. But hey, it could be worse. I'm not sure how, but it could. Anyway, our awards for this week. The Richard Simmons Award for being manhandled.
Howard Stern.
That goes to the Vikings offensive line and defensive line. I don't know that I've ever seen a manhandling to that level.
I like men. I like to be manhandled. I like you.
Across the board. It was just beyond belief. I mean, it's hard to say that the offensive line was manhandled, because to be manhandled, you have to actually make contact with the other players, and they just kind of weren't making contact. They were just whiffing. And so I think the defensive line gets more of this. But
Everyone is not a jock. Everyone cannot play sports.
The Patrick Peterson Award for piss poor effort. There were 2 candidate plays there. The first one was where that Cowboys backup running back caught the pass on the sideline. And I think he ran like 30 yards down the sideline, untouched. It's just like there's nobody there. And Patrick Peterson saw him and kind of jogged towards him. And then after he had jogged a few steps, he was like, oh, I should have actually run harder, but now it's too late and he got past me. It's like, there's no urgency. Or maybe he's just that slow. Is he that slow? But the winning play, it was at the end of that first half where the Cowboys basically have no chance to get in field goal range unless they get some miraculous 25, 30-yard pass. And what do you know? Dak Prescott rolls out right, throws a pass along the sideline. Patrick Peterson is right there. He could knock it down, but he just watches it go by. And Cowboys receiver catches it on the sideline, and they kick a 60-yard field goal. Kick 2 60-yard field goals. Made 2 straight 60-yard. There's only 1 counted, but the Mike Remmers Award for not blocking a guy.
Al, you have a creative mind. Tell me what Mike Remmers is doing right here.
Let me watch.
There are 2 candidates for that play. One was that number 64, the guy who came in for Darisaw. I don't know his name. Not going to look it up. He had a couple where just whiff, but he's got to go to Ed Ingram, because Ed Ingram has established himself. I think he owns this, and maybe we should call it the Ed Ingram Award for not blocking a guy, because he is spectacular at just not blocking people. And he's our starting right guard. That's where we're at.
What have we done?
Good job, Queasy. And last, my ex-wife shaving her legs award for something that happens once a year. That goes to this game, this blowout loss, because this seems to happen once a year. And I used to attribute it to Mike Zimmer teams. I thought this was a Mike Zimmer thing where once a year, this team would just not show up in a big game. Look, like 2018, Cousins' first year, I think it was week 3 against the Bills.
Anthony Barr wants no part of Josh Allen.
A bad Bills team at the time. Josh Allen's first year. Vikings at home absolutely got smoked.
Anthony Barr wants no part of Josh Allen.
Smoked. Couldn't do anything the whole game. Couldn't score. Couldn't stop Buffalo. Smoked. NFC Championship game 2017. Smoked. There's a big game against the Colts in 2015 or 2016. Smoked. Big game against Seattle at home in 2015. Smoked. There's something about this franchise. Something about Minnesota. I think it's a Minnesota thing. Frankly, I think Minnesotans, this Minnesota nice thing, they are weak. The fan base is weak. The fan base doesn't expect excellence. The fan base looks at this, says, they're 8-2. How dare you complain? Well, guess what? They got to play more games. There's more than 10 games in the season. So when you go out and you lose by 37 at home in a game where you should have lost by 48, and you come out of that saying, well, we're just happy to be here. That's the Minnesota nice way. That's the Minnesota way. We're just happy to be included. We understand that the people in Boston or New York or San Francisco are going to win. We understand that and we accept that. We accept that we'll never be like them because we're Minnesotans. But if we just play good, if we're like get a B level game going, then maybe they'll respect us when they beat us in the big game. And that's the Minnesota way. And I'm just tired of it. You know, you live in the Boston area, you see New England, and you see the fans who just want to win it all. They want to be the best. But we will never be the best. But I don't know. We're 8-2. If we can at least beat the Patriots, then I can stick it to my ex-wife at least next time she schedules some stupid play. Joseph in the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Just what I wanted to see. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. Let's remember 98. Thanksgiving 98 or...
Every child can dance.